Hi, welcome to Loft 801. My name is Diego, and today I'm talking about Chris Nash's InAViolentNature, released on May 31st, 2024. It's a horror slasher produced by Shudder and offers a fresh perspective on the genre by immersing viewers in the killer's viewpoint. I think it's a standout in contemporary cinema, and I'll explain why, but before I hop into my review, please take a second to like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you, I really appreciate it. As a warning, this review will contain some major spoilers, so please continue at your own risk. Lastly, if you want to see me review something, don't forget to let me know by leaving a comment, and I will do my best to get to it. Thank you. I'm hopping in 3, 2, 1. The narrative centers on a group of teens who during a camping trip in the Ontario wilderness come across a collapsed fire tower containing a hanging locket. One of the guys takes the locket with him, inadvertently resurrecting Johnny, a Jason-like mute vengeful figure. As Johnny embarks on a relentless quest to reclaim the locket, the film predominantly unfolds from his perspective. This shift in viewpoint is unconventional and provides a much more intimate and unsettling viewing experience. I love the narrative of this movie. There are so many fun things reminiscent of older slasher flicks like Friday the 13th. For example, the group of friends all huddle around a campfire and tell spooky stories about Johnny. The fun thing about this film though is that we know Johnny is standing nearby watching the friends and planning his revenge. We see him shuffle around in the dark woods, around cabins, ranger stations, over cliffs, and under lakes. We know nearly all the friends are doomed because Johnny is a quiet and foreboding figure. He's not purposely sneaky, but the way he maps out his murders lets him sneak up on individuals. His victims nearly never see him coming before it's too late. The best word to describe Johnny is methodical. I know a lot of viewers didn't like this movie because they thought the pacing was too slow, but I disagree. I think just like Johnny, the pacing is very methodical. It allows for tension to build gradually in a nonchalant manner. Again, Johnny isn't an obsessive killer trying to hurry and get his locket back. He knows he's gonna get it back, so he's not in a rush. I think the pacing allows for some insane cinematography. There's one striking scene where Johnny's pursuing the friends through the forest, and it's captured in a single unbroken take that lasts several minutes. It's a very immersive perspective into Johnny's unrelentless nature and inevitability. I have a lot of respect for this film because it comes off very minimalistic. However, I know for a fact the production design was meticulously crafted to capture Johnny's perspective. The cinematography, helmed by Pierce Dirks, is naturalistic and utilizes static long takes and ambient lighting to create an immersive and unsettling atmosphere. The extensive use of handheld cameras and point-of-view shots makes Johnny's perspective intimate. Not just that, but seeing the forest captured in this way gives it a haunting beauty. It feels like a labyrinthian trap that underscores the unpredictability of nature. For the campers, Johnny is an unpredictable force of nature. For us, the viewers, we know he's methodical. Rye Barrett does a good job in this role as a hulking figure blending menace and an unyielding determination. We see Johnny's face once and the prosthetics are great. Throughout the entire film, we either see the back of his head or his firefighter mask. One of my favorite scenes is when Johnny's in the ranger station and takes an old firefighter's mask. I love how he dons it because it's a hallmark of classic slasher flicks. The iconography is powerful and helps conceal his rotting, disfigured visage. It also adds to his enigmatic and foreboding presence. The remainder of the cast are also great. I love their acting and dialogue. I genuinely felt like I was watching Friday the 13th or another 80s slasher film, but from the killer's POV. The things they said and the way they talked felt very nostalgic to the movies I've seen. Walking out of the theater, the only thing I was unsure of was the ending. After Johnny retrieves his locket, one of the girls, Chris, played by Andrea Pavlovic, spends an entire night of running through the woods trying to avoid Johnny. The following morning, she stumbles across a road and gets picked up by a woman in a truck. Chris is panicking and the film ends with a long take of her breaking down mentally. Initially, I didn't think this scene was necessary, but on a second viewing, I really enjoyed its inclusion. I appreciate that director Nash left it in because it's a reminder that the monster never leaves even after the film ends. It hammers home the trauma surviving leaves behind and reminds viewer that Ghostface, Jason Voorhees, and Michael Myers always came back to finish off their survivors. It's a fantastic ending. The last thing I want to mention is the soundtrack. It avoids using traditional music scores. Instead, the film opts for diegetic sounds and ambient noise to build tension. It is insane to me how effective this approach is. It amplifies the realism and the immediacy of the horror. Natural sounds like rustling leaves, distant animal calls, and the crunch of footsteps serve as harbingers of impending doom. Without a traditional soundtrack, viewers are more deeply engaged with the visual and auditory cues in this film. It made the atmosphere significantly uneasy. InAViolentNature is a masterful reimagining of the slasher genre that challenges conventions while paying homage to its roots. Chris Nash's deliberate pacing, innovative storytelling, and methodical approach to tension building create a deeply immersive experience. The decision to present the narrative from Johnny's perspective not only breathes new life into the genre, but also forces the audiences to confront their notions of impending doom. With breathtaking cinematography by Pierce Dirks, meticulously crafted production design, and a haunting use of ambient sound, the film feels both intimate and epic. Rye Barrett's portrayal of Johnny as a methodical and unrelenting force force of nature anchors the film, while Andrea Pavlovic's Chris provides a powerful counterpoint with her harrowing journey of survival and trauma. While the unconventional ending and minimalist soundtrack may divide viewers, they underline the film's commitment to subverting expectations and linger in your mind long after the credits roll. I'm not kidding, I spent a few days thinking about the ending. This film is not just a slasher, but a meditation on fear and survival, and it's one of the standout horror films of 2024. Thank you for listening to my review of InAViolentNature. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and hit subscribe. If you did not enjoy the content, thank you for sticking around. As always, I would love to read what you have to say, so leave a comment and let me know what you're thinking. Also, if there's something you want to see reviewed, don't forget to let me know and I will do my best to get to it. Lastly, if you want to see some more from me, then you can check out my vlogs linked up above or my podcast Good Friends. Again, thank you for watching. My name is Diego and I will see you next time.